What's going on, everybody? This is Thursday Night Live again here with Jordan Green-Ellis. That's me. I'm your host, and I'm so delighted, ignited, and excited to be with y'all for the second week in a row. Listen, y'all, I know it's a little bit of people here now, but I want to give you this quick piece of encouragement because this is a part of my life. Like, I really live by the principles and the foundation of what I'm giving to y'all every single week, y'all. Just because it's starting small. Listen, y'all, just because it's starting minuscule doesn't mean that in a little bit of time, and I firmly believe that, right? A little bit of time. Just because it starts small doesn't mean that it won't be big one day. And so that's where we are right now. And I'm okay with where we are. If you're here, I want to sincerely thank you for being here. If you're here right now, or if you're watching this on the replay, whatever, if you're watching this video right now, I need you to do me a favor, right? So that this won't stay small. I need you to share this broadcast. I need you to share this video because I promise you, you're going to glean and learn something from it. But there's someone else just like you who can glean and learn as well. For those who don't know, I'm an award-winning inspirational speaker, educational consultant, and author. The purpose of Thursday Night Live, which I'm thinking the name may change, but we'll talk about that another day. The purpose of Thursday Night Live is to combat, to go against, to give a different narrative that we commonly see. For those who don't know, my professional background is in education. I'm a former teacher, and I worked in higher ed, particularly financial aid and student affairs. So I had a lot of interaction with students, particularly students that were just like me, came from places like me, had experiences like me, right? And so my heart was for them. And unfortunately, just like then, even now, I see many, far too many students. The only way that I can say it is get deceived, right? They find out too late that what they have seen, what they've experienced, is not all that life has to offer. Does that make sense? They find out, in their junior year of high school, they find out in their senior year of college that the life they've been living has been below the standard in which they could have been living. Y'all, I firmly believe that success is not an age. Maturity is not an age, it's a mindset. It's something that starts small. It's like a seed that's planted in the ground, but in the right soil. And when a seed is planted, regardless of how, where it's planted, that seed is going to grow. And so this show is going to be an opportunity to shed some different light for your babies, y'all. I know the old people like us, we can benefit, we can glean, right? Y'all can learn something, but my heart is specifically for the young people on this show. So we're gonna watch a clip, just like last week. We're gonna watch another clip of me speaking at Frostburg State University. Real quick, I told you I'm repping colleges and universities. Shout out to the Virginia State University, y'all. I'm telling you, that place is extremely special. I spoke there 2 years in a row for their welcome week with my mentor, Mr. Keith L. Brown, and the place is it's a special place. So shout out to Virginia State University. Excuse me. This clip that we're about to watch is a 2-minute clip. Okay, it's brief. Okay, so bear with me. It's a 2-minute clip of me talking about one of my oh so favorite topics to pour into young people, to pour into old people. If you, I'm not calling you old, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean. It's one of my favorite topics to discuss. It's called perseverance, y'all. And I think that it's extremely relevant for where we are right now, and especially for your scholars. So sit back and relax. Watch this 2-minute clip. I want you to take some mental notes, and then we'll be right back to discuss it. I got a couple of key points that I want to emphasize because this key of perseverance is going to lock every single door that's blocking you in your life. Take a look at this clip. You need to understand what perseverance means in those moments of contention. You will never obtain anything substantial in life, whether it be your degree, whether it be long-lasting relationships with your friends, with your colleagues, a job, a business, whatever it is. You will never, and I will unequivocally say this, you will never obtain what it is that you desire, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, if you do not, hone the skill or sharpen the skill or develop the skill or grow the skill of perseverance. It's vital.
Because there's going to be a moment where someone challenges what you say you believe about yourself. There's going to be a moment where something challenges what you say you want to accomplish. It may not be overt. It may not be out in the open. It may be subtle. I need you to understand how vital perseverance is. Because if you quit, it'll never happen. Remember how we started off with the foundational knowledge of it's not a question of whether or not we can do great things. It's not a question of whether or not we can succeed. It's not a question of whether or not we can get advanced degrees. It's not a question of whether or not we can do great things in our community. We're doing it. You've done it. It's not a question of not if whether it can get done. It's how do we get it done? This is how. The only difference between you and the people that you look to in culture and in society as of high regard or of high status is that they just didn't quit. Y'all, about a year ago, I met Angela Yee. Y'all know who Angela Yee is? The Breakfast Club. She's one of the hosts on the Breakfast Club, right? And I was telling her about the work that I do with pre-college students and with college students. And she literally said to me, yeah, I was just like that. And so I'm telling you that you're no different than them. But you must persevere. Let's do the neighbor thing again. Find somebody, look at them straight in the face, 2 eyes. I know it's awkward, but find them and tell them you got to persevere. I love it. I know it's weird, but do it anyway. You got to persevere. One more time. You got to persevere. Come on, a little bit louder. You got to persevere. I love it.
All right, y'all. I told you it was brief. It was only about 2 minutes or so, right? But I want to know what your thoughts were. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind? Did you perhaps think about a time in your life where you did quit? Did you perhaps think about, maybe it's even now, right? You're going through a time in your life where you feel like, man, this is a little challenging. It's a little bit more than what I bargained for. I'm inclined to believe that what you need right now for that moment, or what you needed for that moment that you've already, experienced, was this key called perseverance, y'all. You heard me say it. Without perseverance, y'all, this is the most important thing that I want you to understand right now. Without understanding the principle of perseverance, you will miss what is supposed to be for you. Y'all, I know we don't like having these types of conversations, and I know it probably didn't make you feel good when I said it, but it's good for you. You will, unequivocally, you will miss what is for you if you do not learn this skill. You heard me say it in the video, y'all. You're going to experience a moment of contention. You're going to experience or even encounter someone. It may be overt. That's what I mean. Like somebody may straight up just tell you to your face, yeah, you're not good enough. That's happened to me before, y'all. Like, yeah, you're not good enough. And then your question is how do you respond to those moments? In that moment is where successful people are born. It's where they're developed. It's where they're grown. In that moment of contention, when someone, something, some system, some group, some whatever, even in your mind, that moment that challenges who you say you are and who you say you're becoming is where you are being made into the successful person that you've envisioned for your life. I'm telling you this, y'all. Here's the first point that I need you to understand. Perseverance is essential. It's essential. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. There's no way around going through the mountain, y'all. Here's what happens, y'all. You may even look to people in culture and society and say, well, they didn't have it as hard as I did. They had both of their parents. They weren't, on food stamps. They didn't, have the circumstance or situation that I have. That very well may be true. You may be looking to them and saying to yourself, like, it was easy for them. Y'all, can I tell you this? Even if it were easy for them, I can tell you this for sure. Believe me, don't believe the hype. If it was easy for them, it probably won't last long. If it was easy for them to obtain, they probably don't value it the way that it should be valued. So even though you're looking at them right now, it's not about right now. Y'all, we are young people. We've got years. We've got lives to live. I don't want to just be hot for a second. You hear me? I want to have sustained success. You want to keep your mind, even at a young age. I want you to focus in on this right now. Like, don't worry about the hype of the moment, what's trending, what's fashionable, what's cute in the moment, because cute don't last long. Thank God I was blessed with both. But when I was in high school, one of my very, very, most one of my favorite teachers of all time. This guy, I'll talk about him in depth more another day, but he really like changed my life. And I say that with no exaggeration or fluff. He really changed my life. And he said this jokingly to me one day, but he was serious, y'all. After we laughed, I caught it. He was talking about my future because he saw Jordan now. He didn't focus on what Jordan was as a senior in high school. He's focusing on now. He said, hey, listen, when you pick your wife, you better pick somebody who's smart because good looks go away real quick. Do you hear me? Thank God I got both. My wife is beautiful and she's extremely intelligent, right? But I took heed to that, y'all. Listen, I almost stepped outside of character for a moment. Let me be respectful to everybody. Y'all, I want you to be intentional about those things, y'all. I want you to give thought to everything that you do. Don't just waste your time doing meaningless things, y'all. It's so precious. It's an invaluable commodity that none of us know how much we've spent or how much we have left. That's another topic for another day. Please understand, perseverance is essential. There's absolutely, positively no way around it. Excuse me, y'all. I hit the mic. Listen, here's my second point. My second point, after the first point, is that if you want to be successful, if you want to accomplish a goal, any goal, right? Let's talk about this really quickly, too. Yo, Drake made it popular. I think it was in 2009. He came out with the song with Trey Songz on his mixtape. I think it was Houston, Land, and Vegas. Somebody fact check me. Drop it in the comments. And he had the song, I just want to be successful. Yo, it was hot. It's fire. It's still a banger for real, right? But then there became this conversation that was really, really popular amongst like people my age, right? Like we began to think about what success was. Now, that's another topic for another day, but I want to tell you that success is attainable for the one who focuses on their goal. That's it. Success in accomplishing a goal, in overcoming an obstacle, in being made better, in passing the class, in restoring or bettering your relationships with your family, whatever it is, you are able to obtain that level of success to accomplish that goal so long as you focus, y'all. It requires your focus. It requires your focus. Hear me. It requires your undeniable. It requires your unwavering focus. Oh man, like I'm actually in that place in my life right now. And I want to be real transparent. Y'all see me posting on social media, but I'm not on social media. Yup. I'm not on social media. Why? Because I love it too much. I'm not on social media because I like it too much. It takes up too much of my time. It's become too great of a leisure thing for me. I had to recognize that it was taking up too much of what is needed to accomplish my goals in my life. Do you hear me? Y'all, you may be thinking to yourself, oh, that's a little thing. Social media, huh? Whatever. Apply it in your life. I'll be the example. I'll be the scapegoat. That's perfectly fine. I'm just telling you an example from my life. And so I'm not on social media right now. Like I'm on to post and then I'm deleting the app. Oh, okay. Can I brag on God real quick? I don't know what y'all believe, but I'm rocking with Jesus through and through. Okay. Another conversation for another day. Y'all, the moment I made the commitment to sacrifice social media, I had a video get more views than I've ever got in 10 years of social media. I had a video get more views than I've ever gotten on any video that I've ever posted in 10 years of social media. I'm not social media famous. I'm not an influencer. I didn't have social media paid advertising behind this video. It was organic. Oh, it's the algorithm. Oh, it's whatever you want to attribute it to. I'm telling you from my experience that when you sacrifice something for what you want to accomplish, it pays off. Can I give you some medicine, y'all? Listen, I need you to get ready for this because it's not going to feel good. If you're not sacrificing, then you're probably not serious. Y'all, that jumped in my heart some years ago and I didn't get it until now. I thought I could waver. I thought I could bargain. I thought I could wager between the two. I thought I could negotiate, but you can't negotiate. No, you can't negotiate. When you negotiate on your goals, when you say, well, I can just a little bit, you're selling out. That's a hard statement, but I love you. I promise you I do. You're selling out. I want you to sell out for your goals and your dreams and your aspirations. I want you to sell out for the thing that you want to accomplish in your life. Please understand that when you accomplish great things, it's not just for you. That's why I need you to sell out for your goals, dreams, and aspirations and start sacrificing something today. I'm not telling you be crazy. Have your life, have your fun, but don't let your fun supersede your sacrifice. If you couldn't tell, I'm a preacher. Sorry, not sorry. Don't let your fun supersede your sacrifice. Don't let your leisure time supersede your work time. Don't let what you like supersede what you will love. Oh my goodness. I need you to get this, y'all. I need you to get it today, even at a young age. Please don't think it takes 50 years to build a business. Please don't think that it takes 20 years to have substantial relationships. Please don't think that it takes super long. It takes focus. That perseverance that we talked about, you've got to pair it with focus. And I mean the type of focus to where you're so locked in. Oh, I ain't telling you to not do like the regular stuff. Take your shower, eat your dinner and all of that stuff. But y'all, I really need you to get locked in. Why? Because it's going to change your life. Did you hear what I said? I said it's going to change your life. You know where you're from. You know how you grew up. You know who was there and you know who wasn't there. You know the type of support system or the lack thereof that you have. And that's all that matters. And it should be enough to push you forward. It should be enough to help you to sacrifice just a little. Telling you this, the first point and the second point, it's essential and you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice, y'all. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. There are some mountains that will be small. There are some mountains that will be a little bit larger. There are some mountains that you'll be able to pluck over. There are some mountains that you'll be able to run over. Or in other words, there'll be some things that you'll be able to easily, overcome. But then there will be some that will challenge you to the depths of your soul. There will be some that will challenge you in such a way where you really will second, third, and fourth guess if you really about this life of success. Please understand that it requires your sacrifice. You got to give something up. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. What is it that you know you need to give up? Maybe you don't want to drop it in the comments. Shoot me a DM. I want to journey along with you. That's the whole purpose of this channel. We can go so much farther if we go together, y'all. And that's why I'm here. I've had the very distinct honor and pleasure of mentoring many families and many young people just like you. So much so that even to this day, from my first year of teaching, some of those students still call me dad. Some of them still call me second dad. I know you're looking like, how old are you? Don't worry about that. That's not the point. He looks young. I am young, right? But the point is that I truly, genuinely believe that God has put me on this earth for this reason. All right, y'all. That's another topic for another day, which we will get into, y'all. Journey along with me. If you're not already following, if you're not already subscribed, if you're not already tuned in, I need you to do that right now. You can follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, J Green-Ellis Live, J Green-Ellis Live, y'all. Here's my third point, and then I got a bonus one, right? My third point, then a bonus. Excuse me, y'all. My third point is this. The problem with success is that people are impatient. Jordan included. Excuse me, I hit the mic again. Jordan included. I'm impatient. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't like waiting. I don't like process. I don't like waiting my turn. I want to get straight to the front. Can I just be honest? But I have to give you this hard truth. Ready? Waiting is a part of the process that you cannot evade or avoid. The moment you begin to, that's that negotiating piece. The moment that you begin to evade that waiting process is when you miss the development that waiting does for you. The moment that you begin to um, try and divert the waiting process is when you miss that development. And you don't want to miss that. Because what happens is you try to evade that process, and maybe you do attain some level of success, but it doesn't last. And you wind up, rather, I should say, you eventually wind up in a worse position than where you started. Because you tasted a little bit of success, but you didn't have the character to keep you. Y'all, character is worth more than money. This is so countercultural. Nobody in a BET rap video, and I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying nobody. What do we do now? Nobody on Instagram Reels, except if they're like me, is going to tell you that character is a currency that's worth more than money. If I can't trust you, I really don't want your money. For me, I mean, that's just where I am. I've turned down money from people that I cannot trust. I've turned down opportunities from people that showed themselves to be shiesty. That's where I'm at. Oh man, you gotta value character. You gotta value the process that develops the character inside of you. My son, my first son, my natural son, was born in December of 2021, and around about the time where my wife was due, I had gotten an inquiry for 2 virtual speaking engagements. Hear me, I said 2 virtual speaking engagements, right? It was also, in the middle of COVID. 2 virtual speaking engagements. Man, just let me take my time, yo. Let me take my time. 2 virtual, meaning I could just come to my studio and just knock it out. I ain't have to get on a plane. I ain't had to pack no bags. I can just rock out in my studio, like how I'm doing right now. And it would have given me a sum of money that I needed. Y'all, I didn't plan to say this. This is extremely off the cuff. I'm almost emotional thinking about it. It would have given me a sum of money that I needed. Y'all, I told you I just had a son. I have a wife. I have responsibilities. She likes shoes. She likes shopping. It would have put me in a good place for a good amount of time. And I responded to the event planner and I said, "Hey, my son is due, that week. I don't think I'll be able to do it. Would you be able to, work it out, reschedule sooner, later, whatever?" No response. I even told a few people about that just, in conversation. And a couple people jokingly said, "Oh man, you should have just did it in the delivery room." Mm-mm. What I'm saying to you is, y'all, is that moments of waiting, moments of missing potential opportunities is building your character in such a way so that when you actually do encounter the people who are going to believe in you, sow into your gift, who are going to uh, uh, um, push you forward into the vision that you have for your life, help you to become or attain that level of success, you'll be ready for it. I'm just giving you an experience that I've had of what it looks like, of what waiting your turn looks like. Y'all never responded to me, never figured it out, and I still needed the money. What was the conclusion of it? I'll tell you another day. But essentially, that's a whole different topic as to the actual conclusion of that situation. Obviously, I'm still here. We still rocking out. We ain't missed no meals. Lights ain't cut off. Right? But to be able to go through a situation like that, you have to have encounters and experiences that have built you to a point where you can just say, "Oh, well, though I wanted to do it, I won't subject myself to this just because of some money. It's countercultural. People are selling their soul for some money. People are selling their identity for some money. People are proclaiming and subscribing false identities and false ideologies and mindsets because it's taking care of their bills, because it's giving them a status and culture that makes them feel like they're superior. I won't do it. I'm totally off topic. Well, I'm not off topic totally at this point, but I've went off on a bit of a tangent, so forgive me. Charge my head, not my heart. I just really want my young people to understand this, y'all. Because the sooner young people get it, the sooner we'll be able to reestablish cultural norms. The sooner we'll be able to reestablish success at a young age as a normality that doesn't require you to be rich and famous or highly well known or be able to do triple back tuck backflips. I just made that up. It's not. Here's my third point. I didn't even say it. I'm sorry. My third point is that in that waiting period, there's no timeline. It takes as long as it takes. It takes as long as it takes. That waiting period is a developmental series that is necessary for you so that when you get to the next level, you will not lose, that you will not squander, that you will be able to properly manage, that you'll be able to properly handle. Oh my God. Y'all. I know you think you want it now. Excuse me. I know you want it now, not you think you. I know that you want it now. But if you had it now, it probably would mess you up. This don't feel good, but that's why I'm here. I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to make you good. Oh, I think some people are logging off. Okay, let me get off that. It takes as long as it takes. And you have to be okay, and you have to become, okay with however long it takes. Now, this does bear the question, which I actually talked about after that clip that y'all just watched, which we will talk about in more depth next week, is how much is too much? How do I know when to change it up? How do I know if this is, the wrong path? We're going to talk about that next week. I'm going to give you my bonus point, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right? We're going to give you my bonus point, and then we're going to get it out of here. Then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Sorry, that was like gibberish. We're going to go ahead and get out of here for the week, y'all. Here's my bonus point. If you want to be successful, you have to learn to persevere. It requires your focus. It requires your sacrifice. It is inevitable, and it requires however long it requires. There ain't no timelines, right? But my fourth point is this. It will require help. It will require help, y'all. It is going to require someone who is not the person that you see in the mirror to help you along the way. Sometimes help is, no, you shouldn't be doing that right now. Sometimes help is, you should probably think about doing this a different way. Sometimes, all the time, you're going to need a mentor. Y'all, this is a cheat code, absolute cheat code. My career as a speaker did not begin to move. I mean, like, I could always do this, right? I'm not talking about my skill. I'm talking about my ability to make money, my career, my occupation, being able to pay bills like another day. It didn't happen until I got somebody to really whip me into shape. Mentors are not for feeling good. Mentors are not put in place. Help is not put in place so that you feel good, so that you are actually good, so that you can actually be better. If you want to be better, you got to get a second set of eyes, maybe even a third or fourth set of eyes. But that second, third, or fourth set of eyes needs to be someone who has accomplished what you are aspiring to do successfully. I need you to take your time in a hurry to find a mentor. Take your time, meaning don't rush and just grab the first person that you see and ask them to mentor you. But I want you to prioritize getting a mentor so that you can close the gaps on the areas that you are not equipped in. The truth of the matter is that we don't know what we don't know, but there usually is someone who does. You need to find that person. Maybe it's an academic struggle. Find you a mentor that struggled academically. Maybe they had what are called or considered learning disabilities, but they overcame them, rather, I should say. Maybe they have a similar familial or family-like background as you. You want to get close to them. Y'all, you want to learn from them. Having a mentor is hard because it probably won't always feel good, but it's the best thing that you could possibly do, especially at a young age. But you have to be humble. Last thing I'll say is this, because this is my bonus point, and I think I went a little bit over my time. But again, I love you. So I got to give it to you like this. The greatest selling book, my favorite book, the greatest selling book of all time, it says that if you are humble, you'll be exalted or pushed forward or pushed to the next level, or you'll graduate or you'll be commenced into the next thing. If you're humble, you'll move forward. But if you're proud, if you're not humble, if you got so much pride within yourself that can't nobody tell you nothing, that can't nobody correct you, that can't nobody tell you that you should probably think it's a different way, you're going to hold yourself up. When you're humble, you get promoted. But when you're the opposite of that, when you're proud, when you're arrogant, when you don't want to listen, when you don't want to take correction, you get demoted. It holds you up even longer. So I encourage you to take these 4 different points and apply them in your life, because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Y'all, I'm so honored that y'all rocked out with me for this week. Sorry it was so long, but I promise you it's going to be beneficial to you. If not now, definitely for the future. Again, make sure that you stay tuned in with what all is happening here at Thursday Night Live with Jordan Green-Ellis. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Green-Ellis Live. Subscribe, follow, share, comment, like, all of that good stuff. I love you so much, and I'm signing out, but I'll see you soon.